Welcome everyone. This is the Masterclass. My name is Patricknazareth. I have around 30 years of experience in teaching and I hope to be able to use that to dispel your doubts if you have any. Today we'll be looking at the poem A Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. Leslie Norris was born on 21st of May 1921. He died in this century on 6th of April 2006. He was born in England at a place called Wales. He was a Welsh poet. He did his masters and he became a professor and lecturer on both sides of the Atlantic. He taught in England as well as in America. Later on in his life, he shifted over to America completely. The poem then. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. Here the poet gives us an image of the tiger. What is the tiger doing? The tiger is obviously imprisoned in a cage. And he's walking up and down and he's making no sound whatsoever because that is the way tigers walk, soundlessly, on the pads of their feet. But along with that quiet sound, making no sound, you can sense that he is angry. Angry at what? Perhaps at losing his freedom. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. The poet tries to take a look at what the tiger might be thinking, where he should be right now. Should he be in a cage? No. He should be in the wild, be hiding somewhere, waiting for deer to come down to the water hole and drink, and then slowly, silently stalking through the grass and jumping up on them so that he can eat a meal. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Inside the jungle, by the side of the jungle, there are people living. People stay in villages. And the poet imagines that the tiger should be snarling around the villages, walking around the villages, growling as he goes. Maybe the villagers see his marks in the sand of the street, in the fields as he passes by. Maybe they actually see him and he growls at them, he snarls at them. They see his claws. And that sight, whether they actually see him or they see the signs of his passing, make them very, very afraid. But he's locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. So the poet brings us back to the present, where the tiger actually is, and it's a sad tiger. And it's a sad way the poet looks at it, because he says the tiger is now inside, he's behind bars. And instead of doing all this, his strength, where he should be, is now locked away, is now behind bars. And all he can do is walk from one end of his cage to the other end of his cage. And he is lost in himself. He does not even bother to look at the people who come to see him. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The whole day, people come, people go, people look at him, they talk, they chatter, they laugh. So the tiger is forced to wait the whole day while he is regarded as an object of interest. He hears the last voice as they go away. And at night he hears the sound of the cars going back to their houses or going wherever they want to go to. And he looks up at the stars. He looks up with his beautiful big eyes at the stars. Now the reason why he looks up at the stars, what the poet is trying to tell us is that whether in freedom or captivity, when you look up, you see the same sky, right? So the tiger is remembering his freedom. He's remembering where he would like to be. He's remembering the water hole. He's remembering the village. He's remembering how he walked around the jungles as a king. And now what has he been reduced to? Behind bars, like a prisoner. The themes that run through this poem are freedom and captivity. How important is freedom to a living being, whether human or not? How does that person or living being deal with being locked away? The contrast between them, the contrast between a free person and a person being able to live his or her life as they would like to do. The contrast between a free animal and an animal that is forced to live life as we would like it to do. How important is freedom actually? The poet tries to bring that out to us. That's it then. I hope I have been able to help you out in some small way. If I have done so, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Remember there are others out there who might need our help. Thank you for watching.